Hi people of the internets, my name is Revile2NR and welcome back to City Skylines. We're currently flying over Fancy Pants Island, which is looking real nice, and I've come to the realization that we have never named this city. This whole time it's had the default name of Lakeview or whatever it is. We never took the time to name this beautiful city. But after a long hard think of a name that would really do this city justice, this beautiful grand city that we're creating, and it finally hit me. The perfect name for this city would probably be Richard, right? It's a good strong name, Richard. And that means that we can finally name the rest of our parts of the city. So we got North Dix up here, we got downtown Dix over here in the center, and then down south we got a bunch of South Dix. Just Dix all over the place in the city. It's great. But that doesn't matter. What we're going to be doing today is building a whole new part of the city for Richard, right? Because the city of Richard is just great and full of great people. What a bunch of dicks. But we're going to be building an IT mega house in this section right next to the zoo. With this little highway running out, it's perfect. What we're going to have to do first, as per usual, is do some terraforming and make everything nice and flat as best as we can. Now it is going into a mountain, so that is going to cause its own little problems. But, I mean, you gotta make things nice and flat. And we're just going to change all the highways so that they're elevated. And my original thought for this little section was going to be to have an elevated highway going through the entire area. But as we level everything out, the highway ends up just kind of being at ground level. Which, you know, it works, it's fine. I kind of wanted a raised highway, but it doesn't matter. Right now we just gotta smooth out these exits and entrances to this highway because it looks pretty crappy. But I actually come to like this area. Once we smooth everything out, get it looking good, and actually I like it. It turns out pretty nice, and I'm happy about it. Alright, so what we're gonna do now is level out this highway because it's kind of ridiculous. Just bringing it all to the same level. And this area is gonna kind of have to be at two different levels because of the mountain over there. So we have this level over here, and then it's gonna just kind of slowly incline a little bit up this way, and you can see it just to give it a little bit of elevation, right? We kind of have to in this area. But right now we're gonna be planning out the roads, and I hate it when it does this weird angle crap. There we go. That looks a lot better. Just make it raised, right? And the way I wanted to do this was to have these two bridges going over the highway. One right here, and then we're gonna have another area of the city at this big like field that we've made right here. And then just a nice, I like the way it turned out. Just a nice arc. And then we turn this into a bridge by raising it up. Perfect. Not too high though. That was too high. Ooh, these cards were flying. That was great. Okay, good. And now we have to hook it up back to this road. And originally I tried this nice little curve, but that's not how I envisioned it. I envisioned it like this, where it's just a harsh angle and a bridge going over the train track. And it doesn't look too bad once we get everything leveled and looking good. And then we'll just have this nice little sharp corner. What was I thinking? I do have a mod where it unlocks the whole map, but I'm kind of thinking maybe, is there another mod that unlocks even more of the map? Because we can't build to the left of this area right now. We're kind of cut off by the edge of the map. I'm gonna have to look into that and see if there's another mod to where we can build on even more of the map, because that would be helpful. But, you know, that's not right now. Right now, we have a task, and that's to build a nice... That's the funny thing about this area too, right? This is gonna be a very nice business area. Not any residential, it's just gonna be all office buildings. We're gonna have some commercial, but it's just all about the office work. And it's kind of right across the river from just the worst area of the city that we made. So it's going to be this very strange contrast from one side to the other, but I think it ends up looking pretty cool. And here we're putting in some commercial. I don't know why I like to put the commercial on the corners. It just seems proper to me. So every little corner area we can, gonna put them in, and just put in a ton of offices. As many as we can fit to get some high rises right across the river from our main city. Things are really starting to come together. Oh, and the little tunnels. We got some tunnel action going on too, it's great. And this, oh my god, look at this. It just screws up the zoning. I can't get over it. It upsets me so much. Alright, but now we're gonna make a big area. There's a whole new part of Richard. And we're gonna encompass the zoo too, why not? It's this whole area of land up here. Perfect. And then I have to try and figure out how to make it IT, and there we go, I do. It's this button over here. I always lose that. I don't know why. I don't make IT areas very often, I guess. And I also don't speak English well. I'm tripping over my words today. Perhaps it wasn't enough coffee. Let's test this. Oh, it's Colombian. Okay, good. Coffee engaged. So, now we just have to let it build up. You gotta love a good time lapse, right? Tell me that doesn't look wonderful. I could watch crap like this all day. Especially the traffic in this game. Jesus, it's like hypnotic. It's so hypnotic. It's ridiculous. But after this gets built up, I think the next thing that we're gonna need is to ensure that we have proper schooling for all these people. I think we're gonna need another university. That's probably gonna be very important. And we're gonna need another residential zone eventually. And right now, we're planning another special area just for this area. That was a great sentence. I'm so good at this. Alright. It's right to the north of the zoo. Words. I'm trying so hard. To the north of the zoo. We're trying to build a tunnel and it's not working out. I hate tunnels in this game, but don't worry, look at this. We're gonna build it as a raised section first. And make sure we build it in separate sections so it gets its own little nodes. And then bam, change it over to a tunnel. Then we can select the proper nodes, adjust it, look at that. It's so beautiful. I had such trouble like trying to grab that node. It looks a little funky underground, right? But that's fine, it doesn't matter. I wanted it to look proper from above ground. Which that, I think it does. And what we're going to be building is that. The I can't pronounce words. Is Zaggart garden? Ziggurt? It's a garden. It's a big pyramid. We're building a big pyramid garden. And it looks beautiful. I wasn't really sure I was going to build this thing in my city at all because I didn't really like this building. But after I put it here, I decide, you know, we're gonna have to delete this, so I delete it. It's fine. I just didn't like where it was. We're gonna move it down a little bit. I didn't like it right next to the edge of the water, but after we move it down closer to the little highway there, I really like how this ends up looking in this part of the city. It's like it was meant to be, with the little windy road. Oh, look at that. And it's just gonna add to the value across from the bad neighborhood, right? Those people that live in the bad neighborhood across the river, they're gonna be so jealous. There's like this wonderful zoo with these big ass parking lots that everybody loves. Or maybe just me. Maybe I'm the only one that just loves giant parking lots all over the place. I can't stop. I got a problem. I'm gonna have to go to like Parking Lot Anonymous or something. But that'll be for tomorrow. What was I doing here? Oh, we're having problems, right? With everything being different levels and such, it's causing some problems, but don't worry, we just do a little adjustments here and there, and it's fine, right? It looks okay. And we got beautiful parking lots that people just can't wait to park in. Look at this dude. I wasn't even finished yet, and he was like, what? Is that a garden? I gotta check that out. And he just like flew over. Nuts. Alright, now for my awesome plan. I wanted to use these grass in the middle roads so that I can put beautiful pink trees lining them. You know you love it. Most beautiful thing of 2020 right here. Hand-placed pink trees on a curvy road. Look at the spacing. It's almost perfect. It's like I knew what I was doing almost. It's fine. But yeah, definitely most beautiful thing. City Skylines 2020. I want my award. Okay? I want my award. I want it now. Freaking spoiled. Good. Alright, so back to the Ziggy Garden. We're gonna put a nice beautiful fountain off of the highway. I don't know why I put these corner pieces in. I think I had a plan and then just completely forgot about them. But, you know, it's fine. They're there. It's cool. So, just gonna get some pretty bushes to put around this beautiful fountain and some generic trees. I was gonna pick something fancy, but nah, you can just have some regular normal trees, right? Normal trees are beautiful too. Especially if they have little rings of bushes around them, right? And then just line this up with a nice row of bushes. There's just so much bush action in this little front piece, right? You got circular bushes, you got lines of bushes. All my trees just disappeared and I'm really pissed off now. Look at that, they're just all gone. I have to redo that now, son of a bitch. Ah. And this parking lot, you can't see all the parking spaces because it's not on even ground. But don't worry, people will still park there. Look, that guy just totally... Look at them all, just driving across... Oh, Jesus Christ. They drive me crazy. That's what they do. Alright, and for the front, we're just gonna have some nice gazebos, because everybody loves gazebos, right? Beautiful gazebos and a Japanese garden, just to really overdo it on the garden in this area. There's just so much garden action. There's a Ziggit garden, a Japanese garden, and a freaking zoo. All right next to each other. It's crazy. The wilderness. Look at these rocks. Look at these rocks that I'm placing. And overgrowth. And that's it. That's all I put down. Alright, now we're going to move out a little area just for a special little picnic area, right? It just seemed like it needed to be. Was it just me, or did this place seem perfect for a nice little picnic area? Because God knows, when I think picnic, I want to do it right next to a parking lot, right? It's the best place to have a picnic, because if you forget something in the car, you could just go and get it. You know? You forget something completely, break into someone else's car and borrow it, it's fine. All the fumes from all the exhaust, it screams picnic. So we're going to put in some wonderful little picnic benches. Ah, it's great. I was going to do them all kind of jagged, but no, this place is proper, right? We have to line up the benches at least somewhat. And I want to fence this whole thing off, which I think looks pretty nice, but it's a little too much. Like, you wouldn't fence off the whole field, right? If you're having a little picnic spot, no. You just want a hint of where people should be, right? It's kind of like a suggestion, like, don't really go past the bits of fence, right? I think it looks a lot nicer too. Just little bits of fencing, just suggesting like, hey, maybe keep your picnic activities to this area, right? It's nice. I think it's real nice. And this building, I like it now. This whole time I was thinking, this building, hell no. It has no place, my city has no place for pyramids. What kind of funky shit is this? But no, look at it, it fits perfectly in this nice, huge business section for the city. It's where all the CEOs and stuff, they're gonna work there and then go hang out in this garden. Maybe there's like a club in the top of the pyramid, right? I can picture it now. They all go and get their dance on. It's great. Okay, so new business section. What do business people love? Subways. They're all about subways. So we're gonna put in this little subway network And we're gonna connect it to the one that connects to the zoo, which is right next to a train station. Right? It's perfect. We just gotta reconfigure the train lines a little bit, which I had some problems. Excuse me. Jeez. Every time I drink coffee, it just gives me gas. Sorry about that. It's fine. But hook them all up, click and drag to make a newfound line so all these business CEOs can get to work and then go party clubbing in our Ziggy garden. The Ziggy garden. Oh, it's great. And after everything is developed a little bit, we're going to put in these little tiny roads because you guessed it, I want more buildings. I want this packed in. I want tons of big buildings. This is a very, very urban center of business. Obviously, there's going to be just a shit ton of buildings just everywhere, right? It's how we do. And we're going to put in some parks. What park is this? Not fitting. We're going to delete it. Put in a different park. That was the Plaza of the Dead. This belongs here, right? Next to all of our graveyards. We're gonna have to make that look pretty later, but we're gonna keep it there for right now. And this is kind of the final touch for right now. Just tons of trees. And we're also gonna cut the area down because I don't want the high rises extending all the way there. I want more of a curve. Just for aesthetics to make it look better. And I got these, they're concrete walls that I want to use to kind of have on the edge of the highway, but I don't know what to put on the top. If anybody can help me out with that, like, is there a piece of concrete or something that I can use as like a platform, you know, so look behind the wall? I hope you understand what I'm trying to say with that. Hopefully someone will know and they'll post in the comments and they'll let me know. I would really, really appreciate it just a whole bunch, right? But this is pretty much it. It doesn't look too bad. I like the highways and the bridges and everything. It's not too bad at all. Next time, I think we're gonna have to add some education, and hopefully by next time, we're gonna have a demand for residential, which means we're gonna have to build another part of the city in the next episode. That's what I'm hoping for. Yes! Alright, well, that is it for me. I'm gonna have to go ahead and end it there. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did enjoy watching, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!